my own world of make-believe. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Hello everybody! So, as the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland stresses about time, I'm gonna do the same, as before I get into the makeup tutorial, I'll show you how I made the vein crown as well as the back piece for this look. I'm starting off by taking a wig head that I've wrapped in cling film and put a little bit of oil on so that I don't burn through to my wig head, and I'm laying down some hot glue in order to form the base of my crown. I've laid enough glue to form a strong supporting shape for the veins that I'm going to stick onto the crown. And now, going into making the actual veins, I'm just moving the glue gun up and down like this to make this wavy crossover shape, and when this dries, I'm going to peel it up off the glass with a bit of oil on it and then airbrush the veins. After airbrushing my base black, as well as making all the veins that I needed as well as painting those, I then constructed them onto the base to form the crown. So this is my rough planning of the look, so I could figure out what my proportions would be for the back piece. I started off by projecting my sketch onto these boards and tracing it out, and now I am cutting out my back piece with this box cutter. I used a ton of pressure and was very deliberate in my movement along the line in order to get a crisp cut line. I find if you go over it multiple times you can get jagged edges. And now friends, it is time to get your music in and your functional ponytail up, because it's time to paint this back piece. In reality, this back piece took me about 5.5 hours to airbrush. As I always do, I cannot express the importance of good quality reference images enough.
You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw.
Now that I've completed laying down my color base for all of the hearts, I can go in with a little detail brush and put in all the veins and all the highlights for the hearts.
Forget about the world we're living in. Fall
So while you watch Speedy Me complete this back piece, I thought I'd get into a little bit of how I came up with this concept. As soon as the theme Wonderland After Dark was announced, I knew I wanted to do the Queen of Hearts because she's a reprehensible character who issues out death sentences at the slightest whim. So she just came into my mind very menacing as someone who is just so evil. So I wanted her to look very menacing and scary. In also constructing these looks, I wanted to pay homage to my time in this competition, so including the hand and the heart as well, referencing my Living Art and Proud Soul looks was pretty cool. Little Easter eggs in my own videos. Now friends, it is time to get into the makeup tutorial. So I'm starting off with the exact same technique that I used for my living art look by taking a reference image of my own hand, cutting it out and then using it as a stencil on my skin. This is just to help get the proportions right, so when I go in with the NYX Epic liner in the shade brown to sketch in the details, all my proportions are in check. I'm using the Liquid Suede Liquid Lipstick in the shade Alien in order to fill in my nails. And then I'm using the glitter primer and this awesome black hollow glitter to fill in the nails. I'm absolutely obsessed with Simply Nailogical, and hollow is also a favorite thing of mine, so the fact that this is real hollow makeup is really cool. I'm now sketching out my heart in my hand, and I'm using the exact same technique as I did for my back piece, just on a smaller scale.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend.
I'm now starting the maze element of this makeup. So hedge mazes are pretty standard in the world of Alice in Wonderland, and I fell in love with this reference image, but I didn't want to recreate it exactly. I wanted to include some lettering to reference the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland who would smoke out letters, as well as include a lot of W's because our queen is the Queen of Wonderland.
Disgusted with myself and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa.
Once I've completed the outline of my maze with the NYX Epic liner in the shade brown, I'm using a mix of the yellow Vivid Bright eyeliner as well as some concealer to fill in my highlight edge.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
I'm now doing the exact same thing but with a contour cream shade for the shaded edge. And here's where the design starts coming to life. I'm taking the Liquid Suede Liquid Lipstick in the shade Alien to fill in all my black spaces. Moving swiftly along into the face makeup, I'm starting off by prepping my skin, and then I'll be taking the Control Freak Clear Brow Gel in order to go through my brows and get them prepped to have the pigment put through them. I'm first using the highlight shade from the Cream Highlight and Contour palette to go through my entire brow. I'm then going in with the white eyeshadow base as well as some contour shades to give my brows some dimension. In terms of the design of this face makeup, I was so inspired by Sarah Tanner's work on Lady Gaga for American Horror Story Hotel, and I wanted to just have a little hint of the Countess in this face makeup. Once I've laid down the color base for my eyeliner, I'm going in with the glitter primer and then doing my favorite thing in the world and adding this glitter eyeshadow on top of it. This stuff is absolutely incredible, and I just thought that my character had to have some regal, sparkly eyeballs. I'm using the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Pale to aptly make my character pale, in reference to the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movies. I'm now using a mix of the white eyeshadow base as well as some liquid lipstick in the shade Alien to make a grey cream base color that I can use to start the contour of my cheeks. So friends, as I've said in every one of my submission videos for the NYX Face Awards 2019, when we're putting on lashes and lipstick, you know we're at the end of the process. Now comes the difficult part where I have to try and express just how much this whole journey has meant to me. I have been following the Face Awards for so many years, and to finally be a part of it and to be a finalist in the first ever South African Face Awards is just so incredible. I cannot thank you all enough for following me along this journey, and if you'd like to see me win the South African Face Awards, do as Her Majesty says.